Because of his age, apparently they couldn't get like a good view. So they called us with Abram's ultrasound results. So we're on our way to Abram's ultrasound. They're gonna do the ultrasound for his spina bifida. Wish us luck. We'll see how it goes. Well, that was not a waste of time, obviously, because it's good that he got the ultrasound, but because of his age, apparently they couldn't get like a good view of a space on his spine that they needed. Now we just gotta wait on the results. I obviously couldn't video record or anything because I had to make sure that he was not crying or, you know, not rolling around. But now we just gotta wait for the results, and if needs be, they'll do an MRI. So yeah. Okay, so they called us with Abram's ultrasound results. I don't really know what to think about it. So they told us that it seems like the ultrasound is okay, but to still watch his milestones, which doesn't make sense. But I'm going to draw if I can. I'm not very good at that. What happened at the ultrasound? So this is what they said. This is the baby's spine. This is the tailbone. Not very good at this. I really don't know how many vertebrae there are, but he's missing one. And that's why he's got a big dimple. And so what they said was spinal cord is inside right here between these bones, right? So there's this bone, there's that bone, and the spinal cord is right there. At a certain age, these bones right here fuse. So then it looks like this. The ultrasound cannot go through bone, and they have to see how the spinal cord looks, right? Now remember, ultrasound cannot look through the bone. They need to see that spinal cord. Apparently, they start them early with ultrasound so they can see the spinal cord before it closes. Well, Abram is right here. His bones have closed, so they can't see the spinal cord at all. So what does that mean? Wouldn't that mean that they can't really give us the results? Their biggest concern would be if the spinal cord fuses to the bone, the spinal cord, when he grows, will start pulling at his brain. I'm not very good at drawing brains. Anyway, that's why I'm not a doctor. That is the biggest concern, but they can't even tell us. The other concern would be if his dimple is open and there's fluid in here in his dimple, it means that the skin is open and the spinal fluid is coming out. So they asked me if I had seen any liquid in there, which when I have, I just assume that it's because we didn't wipe him right, and I feel like we have to get in there real good. So that again, the doctor was like,
okay, well, we can't really see like anything.
Now that was at the ultrasound. So at the end of the ultrasound, the radiologist, the pediatric radiologist, looked over at me and said,
well, good luck with everything.
So I'm very confused with that phone call saying that, and it wasn't even the doctor who called me, it was a nurse, pediatric nurse, assistant, one of them called me to say that everything looked okay. So all of that is very confusing to me because it doesn't sound like everything's okay, especially when they're telling me to still watch out for the milestones to make sure he's still hitting milestones, which he isn't. Really, we're still watching out for the spina bifida to make sure that he walks, that he can walk. And cerebral palsy still isn't ruled out, neither is muscular dystrophy. So we're like back at zero. Doesn't matter. Results, no matter what, I'm going to love him no matter what situation he's in. It's just trying to get that diagnosis to get him treated or get him the help that he needs before it's too late. That's like the biggest thing. So yeah, that's an update on Abram's ultrasound.